Good morning, guys. It is Sunday, December 15th. It is a whopping, sweltering 31. Yeah, it's December. Next Saturday is the first day of winter. I cannot believe it. And there's a bunch of snow later on today. Honestly, I don't really care. I love to watch the snow fall and accumulate on trees where it looks like just blankets laid over them. It's absolutely beautiful, especially at Christmas. Alright, let's get into the topic for today. Russia phobia or plain stupidity? You tell me. Alright, the Senate has decided, for whatever reason, that Russia is a state sponsor of terrorism. I cannot make this level of stupidity up if I tried, and believe me, I wouldn't. Let's review a little bit of history here. From 9/11, we have been in so many different countries for so many different fake reasons. It's unbelievable. Well, let's go back a little bit further than that. After World War One, the Bolshevik Party came to power once they had funding from Washington, London, and Wall Street. This funding was for Trotsky, Lenin, and Stalin to remove the Tsar from power. And they did it. Well, they didn't do it so much as the revolution in the first one that happened in February, which Tsar Nicholas advocated his throne and went from Tsar Nicholas Romanov to Colonel Nicholas Romanov II. Now, the provisional government that came in after him, it was kind of new boss, same as the old boss. So, in October, people got tired of it. Nothing changed. People were still hungry. Peasants were still illiterate. And they didn't see anything changing. So once Trotsky, Lenin, and Stalin had funding, they came in, did the October Revolution, which removed the provisional government that came in behind the Tsar, and they got rid of him. Hold on a second, I gotta put this on pause, because, yeah, the cat's like right here. Alright guys, I'm back. The cat turned the camera off. I don't know how she did it, but she did. Anyway, the Tsar advocated in February of 1917 cutting Colonel Nicholas Romanov II. I can't remember all the middle names in between. They don't really matter. Anyway, once Lenin came into power with Trotsky and Stalin behind him, it became very clear that they were not going to just roll over and play dead. Just do whatever they were told by their funders. So, after World War One, there was a civil war in which Japan, England, France, and the US sent their troops in to fight alongside the Tsar troops, because he still had some that was loyal to him, to put him back on power after they gave Lenin, Trotsky, Stalin money to remove him. Then they tried to put him back on. thought maybe he'd be the better of two evils. I don't know. Now, after 9/11, was supposedly done by hijackers that were not from the hijackers. Not one of them were from Afghanistan, Iraq, Libya, Iran, or Syria. They weren't even from Russia. They were from Saudi Arabia. There's lots of red flags, but they got ignored, as usual. So, had these morons not taken Building 7 down, they probably could pull that scam off a little bit longer. But no, they just had to keep going. So now, we already know the CIA backs and funds rebels, right? They've been doing it for years. It's just, now we know about it. And we can yell and scream about it and say, no. Now, we should not be surprised that Senate wants to name Russia terrorist. Now, keep in mind, after 9/11, Russia was one of the first countries to reach out to us. Whatever resource we needed utilized, they would make it available. I do believe they were before England or France. France was smart. They wanted to sit back and see what a full investigation showed. That's what Russia wanted, and they offered the resources to make it happen. But no, Washington wanted to go in to Afghanistan. They wanted to get bin Laden, a CIA operative. And it's just been absolute hell over there ever since, which that was the plan. Now let's move on to our next story, because it ties in. Now we are supposed to believe not only are they sponsoring terrorists, but also they are developing nuclear weapons. Well, okay, they have developed a nuclear-based arsenal that we don't have access to. We don't have it. Because these morons have been running around the Middle East, tearing up everything, in every country that said no to us. If you say no to this government, you are anti-Zionist, anti-Semitic, and you gotta be destroyed. That's it. You gotta go. We've been hearing this over and over and over. Assad gotta go. Maduro's gotta go. Saddam Hussein gotta go. The new regime of this regime in Iran gotta go. Except Netanyahu doesn't have to go, because he's as corrupt and screwed up as they are. And the new prince of Saudi Arabia doesn't have to go, because, well, they're both he's doing what Israel wants, what Netanyahu wants. The current prime minister that is so crooked he's going to have to be screwed into the ground after he dies. That's just a no say. I'm not advocating violence. I'm just saying he's as corrupt and crooked as most politicians. Anyway, so apparently, according to this military complex puppet, David Curry, Russia is violating the agreement that Gorbachev and Reagan signed over 20 years ago and Trump pulled us out of. So, how is Russia violating that agreement if this government walked away? Which means the whole agreement is null and void. How are they violating something that's been voided because Trump pulled people out? It's just that agreement was wrong. Trump pulled us out of it, but they will use it as a leverage to yell and scream about Iran developing supposed nuclear weapons that they are not developing. Somebody please call Dr. Phil, put these people in a straitjacket. Honestly. Alright. And the worst thing of all that happened this week is Trump signed an executive order which makes Judaism is a religion. It is not an ethnic class. The people who practice it are Semitic. They are Middle Eastern. That makes them an ethnic class. Apparently, Kushner, Trump, Netanyahu, they skipped that day in legal class where all the steps are broken down. They have signed a bill which now means you can't criticize anybody that's Jewish. They are trying to kill First Amendment. They just did part of it. They just did. They are trying to make Judaism a state, Zionism and Judaism a state religion, which is a violation of the First Amendment. And Jared Kushner made it clear to a paper, I can't remember which one. I've been looking at so many things, trying to. But Kushner made it clear to be anti-Zionist is to be anti-Semitic. Wrong. Wrong. Completely wrong. They're two different groups of people. You get your shilling Zionists, which are Christians, that follow televangelists like Paula White and Joyce Myers and Joel Osteen. I mean, I'm sure there are people who practice Judaism who are not going along with this garbage. They see these people for what they are. That's using a religion, an ancient religion, to line their bank accounts. That's what it comes down to. This Kushner, Trump, all of them. They're using the religion of Judaism to line their bank accounts. This is all it comes down to, really. Is who can put the most money in their bank account at any means necessary, and how low will you go? Like the old AC/DC song, honey, what do you do for your money? And it all is all about the money. That's it. It's all about the Franklins. I will see you guys Wednesday, and we will discuss the stories we're going to watch. The closest for 2020, which I can tell you right now is not this impeachment, Stupidity. That's a show, it's theater, it's not going anywhere. I will see you guys later.